Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, aka the Dude, aka the King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the JO party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Calta and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 gets you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show. I want to tell you about an amazing company that me and my wife found. We've been going to New Hampshire for the last 30 years, vacationing, and we love it up there. We've been renting, and we've been a guest, and we've always wanted to own, but we couldn't afford it. It was just out of our reach until we found Tiny Homes of Maine. This company is amazing. It's a husband and wife. It's a family-owned business, and they make the most amazing tiny homes on the market. They're built to withstand Maine winters, and they look amazing. They're fully customizable, and they have 3 different sizes. You should check them out. If you're thinking about, having a second home, or maybe downsizing, or, just having an office, go tiny and go to Tiny Homes of Maine. The company is amazing, and they help you every single step of the way, from finding the right one for you, from making it from the ground up, and to finding about the laws in your area and financing. You couldn't go with a more amazing company and a more amazing family than Tiny Homes of Maine.
I'll tell you on the end.
Right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you. What's up?
Hello, everybody. I'm in a particularly good mood today.
You seem like you're in a good. I actually watched your Instagram thing with Spanish.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, Bob.
What?
In fact, I'm gonna tell you now. You probably will never find out about it, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
God damn it!
We did Under Oath on my show today, where we're asked questions and we have to answer, or the other guys will call us out on it. And somebody hit me with a really tough question.
Are you really my best friend?
It was worse than that.
Do you have sexual fantasies about Bobby?
No, I said, yeah, I volunteered that information. It was if the house caught on fire and inside the house was Bobby, Bert, and Pete, who would I save? How did I answer that?
I guarantee, I would say it would be me, Pete, and then Bert.
So if the house is on fire...
Wait a minute, stop. If the house is on fire, the smart thing to do for your career and for your family, would be Bert, Pete, then me.
Bert has done nothing for my career.
Then it would be me.
Bert and I have been friends who started out with dreams and followed our dreams, and were both chasing our dreams at the same time. Bert's dreams just pay a lot more than mine do. But
more than most people's.
Super happy for Bert's success. I don't feel like my success is predicated on his whatsoever. Neither is his or mine.
Yes.
So I will ask you this question, and then I will give you the right answer.
Well, you're going to give me the answer that you gave.
Well, I'm going to give you a question first.
Okay.
The house is on fire.
Yes.
And it is Colin Quinn.
Oh, no.
Paul Verzi.
Oh, no.
And Joe List.
Oh, easy.
You know, I guess I got to be in there too. Colin Quinn, Paul Verzi, and me in the house. Who do you save first?
Okay,
who do you
number
save?
one.
The other two died.
The other two die? Oh shit! You just brought
only
the
one.
stakes
Well,
up.
all right, they may live, but they're like 5th-degree burns. They look like shit, and they're like, "Please let me die." But they managed to, either live or die. They're still going to be gross.
So I mean, you gave me 4 people.
No, I
do I have 3 or 4?
I took Joe List out. It's
so
Colin,
it's Verzi.
It's Verzi,
you,
Colin, and me.
Colin.
Yeah,
and the other 2 die.
Yeah, the other two, only one.
I'm gonna. It's easy. It's easy. I'll pick you. I mean, I do a show with you every day. You're my number one best friend. I've known you for years, and Colin's, close to the. I mean, he's up there. You know what I mean? I mean, what am I saving? A few more years? I mean, Verzi, I love you, Verz.
Verzi's got kids. He's younger than
I am. Yeah, Verzi's got kids. You got kids too, and I know your kids more than I know his kids. I mean, I know, we vacation together. I love Verzi.
Yeah.
But he lives 30 minutes away. I've seen you more than I've seen him this year.
Well, thank you. I feel grateful to have a friend like you.
I mean, it's really economics. I mean,
I think
I've seen you more. I've seen you more than I've seen him. Me and you spend more time on the phone. We do more things together.
We like
than
each
me
other
and Verzi. I mean, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, we can go to the same restaurants. We walk the same pace.
We can't sit on the same side of a booth, though.
No, never. Oh my God. Could you imagine that? Do you imagine me and you in a diner and the girls put us on the same side? We just have to jam that table into their chests.
We went to a diner one time, not diner, but a restaurant with a booth. And my wife and I walked in, and my wife got in. She goes, "You going to sit on that side?" I go, "On what side?" She goes, "There." I go, "Next to her?" I go, "We're married. Why would I do that?" I was like, "I'm not doing that." Well, I got here.
Dude, you're trying to skimp out of your answer, by the way.
No, I'm not. But thank you.
Let's hear it.
I feel like that touches
oh my
heart.
God. What is your answer?
Now if I'm thinking about it, I definitely would say you. Definitely.
Oh my God, you left me burning in the house? You burned me in the fucking house for
I didn't
Pete?
set the house on fire. You probably were cooking something and didn't shut something off.
Pete? Why did Pete live?
I don't know, because he burns
You
slower.
let fucking Pete live?
He lives here. He
Max is dead! Max is dead!
No, Max, the family doesn't die too.
He's fatherless!
No,
now he has to live the same fucking life I fucking live.
No, he's going to come with me and live a better life than he ever had a chance for.
Somebody from Boston's calling. Should I answer it?
Yeah. Hopefully it's your hot sister.
Hello?
Bobby.
Yo, you're live on my Calta and Kelly show. Who's this?
I swear to God, every time I call you, it's Big Irish J.
Oh, God. Big Irish J. Hello?
Hello.
How are you? What's going on? Mike just left the podcast. He heard your name. Mike Calta just left.
Mike who?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No. It's my fucking... Listen. What's up? Let me call you back after the show.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you while you're on your thing.
Was it something important?
I mean, it is to me.
Was it were you losing a foot? What's happening?
You got COVID?
Was that a diabetes joke?
Yeah.
Great. Are we in competition? Who's going to lose first?
That was pretty good. Well, are you seriously ill?
No, I'm good. Call me back.
All right, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Who's
I
that
like
guy?
that. He made a joke about you.
Me?
Well, he said, I said, I go, Mike just left the show because of you. He goes, what? I go, Mike Calta. He goes, who? I was like, oh, good one. Yeah.
Cool. Good.
Listen, you pick Pete.
I didn't pick Pete. I was faced with a hard decision to make.
There's not a hard fucking decision.
Pete's son and my son are best friends. Pete and I have been.
You don't
best
think
friends
my
for
son
years.
and your daughter are going to get married?
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Their friendship is going to divide once they get older. Goodbye. One goes that way. One goes that way. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Max is going to be, your blood will be my blood. Okay?
Oh, no. That's not cool to think about. Is that how birds fuck?
Yeah, good. Meh. Oh, mona. Calta Kelly. Mona. Oh, you take the baby. You take the little Calta Kelly baby. Go ahead, take it. Oh, there you go. Give. Oh. Yeah,
sorry,
dead now. Yeah, exactly.
I gotta tell you, I had an easier time answering questions about my wife and my sex life than I did about that one. That was tough.
I think you're afraid of Pete.
No, I'm not afraid of Pete. Pete doesn't even listen to the show. I should have taken advantage of that fact that Pete wasn't listening.
First of all, Pete doesn't listen. I listen. I call in. We do a show all the time. I mean, what do you want from me? Did you see Pete today?
I actually said during the thing, I go, do you think Bobby's listening? And Galvin
You're
goes,
lucky
well,
I wasn't.
If you whispered, he won't hear you.
I had to drop my car off. You're lucky I wasn't. Let me ask you a question. Did you see Pete yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
In my heart.
Did you see him physically?
No.
Did you talk to him yesterday?
Yes.
Did you talk to him the day before?
I talk to him every day.
You talk to him every day. You talk to him every day. You talk to him every day.
Every day.
You talk to him every day. Yeah, okay.
Not on
okay.
Zoom. Not on Zoom.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
I'm going to call him?
No, don't. I don't want to hear it.
He'll be
Yeah,
like,
call him. Fuck it. I want to talk to him.
You want me to bring him in the show?
I can't believe you picked. I mean, look, I love Pete, but geez.
That's the thing. If you guys could love each other.
I do love him.
I know. It just makes it so difficult. Hey, can you come on? You're live on the podcast right now. Can you come into the podcast or you're busy?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to just shoot you an email. Click on the link, okay?
Okay.
Bye. All right, you ready, Mush?
Yes.
Hello, Mush?
Yes.
You're not gonna.
Sorry. It's Pete, P-E-T-E.
Don't give it out on the fucking podcast.
Yeah,
Dude, just type it in the chat, you fucking numbskull.
I can't because I'm on my iPad and last time I tried to do that, I hung up on stupid Irish Jay.
All you have to do is go to the thing and hit the chat.
All right, hold on. Chat, private, okay.
Fucking, you gotta give all these people his fucking.
But I don't know. Oh, okay, hold on. Here it is.
Hey, Melissa, you know what, Melissa? It's not jealousy. It's right or wrong. Good versus evil. God versus the devil. Okay? There's no, I mean, what are you talking about? Jealousy. I'm not jealous.
Okay, the fire is raging. Sarah, Melissa, and Lou are in there. Who do you save?
What? You do that. No, you already got me. You pick.
What do you mean I already got you?
You pick. It would have been Sarah before her little jealousy horse shit. Pick the Calta show over podcast. You know what, Jax? I hope your boat sinks.
No. What he's saying is a caller called and said, if you can pick one or the other, you can only do one. I said, well, I'd have to do this one. Yeah.
You better pick that show because if
this
you
is
don't
the one
pick
that
that
bought
show,
this house.
If you don't pick that show, we're fucking done. You're gonna be living in my shed.
I don't think I could do that. Too many spiders.
I'm sorry, Jax. I hope your boat doesn't sink. I get it. Yeah, but Bobby, I love you. I love you too. But here's the deal. I'm not jealous. It's just right or wrong. That's all it is. Right or fucking wrong.
Not necessarily right or wrong. You got to weigh the options.
But look, first of all, if they weigh me or Pete, they're both going to break the scale. Hey, Pete and I
have a long history together.
Oh, sorry.
Pete and I came out on the air this morning.
We have a long history together of eating buffets. We have a long history together of having to sit on either side of the plane. We have a long history together of buying the same size jeans.
All these things are true.
What's up? What do you have a long history of? Will you get a fucking? Will you call Justin Silver and get a dog whisperer down there to control that fucking barking sheep?
By the way, Justin Silver was what I meant. Eric Rivera is also handsome, but I meant Justin Silver was a handsome one.
Yeah, Eric Rivera is the Mexican Justin Silver.
Yes. Speaking of Mexicans, Where's Pete?
I don't know. Oh, I don't want you to fight.
A lot of difficult questions this morning. It was a tough one. I had to rank. A listener said, out of all the members in the room, whose wife is the least attractive?
Oh God,
that was tough because I had
to. Why'd you have to do that? Say no.
That's the bit. We're under oath. I had to do it.
Terry, you said that one.
I said that it was Pap's girlfriend Zoe, who's not attractive. She's just not my type.
I'm gonna say Fat JC. Fat JC lives
for sure.
I thought you were gonna say you just walk away empty-handed.
Let them all die.
I pick up Terry Lyle and I beat Northwest Ken to death with him. Did you get it? Did you send it, Mush?
Yes, sir.
Don't call me sir. What are you? I didn't buy you at an auction.
Whoa.
I said,
whoa,
sir,
you just do a slavery joke?
No. Why would you say that?
You said buy him at an auction.
Yeah, he's not my property.
The only time you could buy somebody at an auction was in slavery times.
Oh no. I've been to plenty of other auctions in different times.
Really? Were you bought humans?
No, I passed on them, but they were up for auction.
Listen, dude.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal that you picked. Where was I second?
There was a lot to consider at the time.
I was last. You're saying Bert was second? Are you saying Bert was second?
You're not making a motion picture right now. Your Luke Skywalker's not your father. Did he kick me off the show or is he off the show? There's Pete. There's my best friend. So let me bring you up to speed.
Okay. Let me bring you up to fucking speed, Pete. This cocksucker, okay? And I'm sure you're going to be happy about this in your minimalistic office because you're funneling money through some other fucking corporation through drug lords. I mean, what the fuck? Could you put a photo on the wall of Farrah Fawcett? Something. What are you going to? You got all your money in the cabinet so you can just run away someday in case the feds come? What the fuck is that? Listen, Pete.
Yeah.
He had, if they had to take one friend from a burning building, Bert, you or me, he picked you first.
Of course he did.
Well, okay. Not of course, nothing.
I didn't take into consideration I'd have to carry you.
That'd be a problem.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you a question. I wasn't even here's the fucking kicker with this big fucking Stromboli cocksucker. I wasn't even second. He picked Bert next.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what to say. I had a lot of pressure. Everybody was staring at me.
There's no pressure when somebody says, "Who do you?" Now look at.
Okay, Bobby, flip it. Mike and Rich Voss. Who are you taking?
Mike.
He'd set Rich on fire.
I wish I never met Rich Voss. What are you talking about?
The other day he said if he had a time machine and he could do anything in the world, instead of saving the world or killing Hitler, he would go back in time to the day he met Rich Voss and he would walk away from him.
You know what? Here you go. Herbs and Turbs. May your fucking whole house burn down. How's that? I hope you're in it. How's that?
I did lie. I did pick you second, Bob. I was just teasing.
I'm fine with that. Okay.
I was on the edge.
Did you bring Bert into this?
I was on the edge between you and Pete. No, that's why I didn't pick Bert because we can't get him into this anymore. I was on the edge between you and Pete, And I said, Bob, Pete. I was like, I'd probably have to be Pete, but I would feel really bad about it.
All right, but here's the thing. It doesn't probably have to be. I know that Pete lives down there. Pete, I love you. You know I love you, buddy. But I'm a better friend, okay?
Ooh.
I'll tell you why.
Ooh.
Let me just state my case.
Because you've never shot a load on my arm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking Captain Friendly Fire over there hit me in the forearm.
First of all, I had COVID and I fucking didn't even feel it. I mean, this guy almost got taken out. Huh?
I got COVID from you.
Yeah, but you almost got taken out. I mean, I survived. That shit
I
didn't
love
even hit
Bobby
me.
wants me to pick him because he's got a better immune system.
And number two, I mean, look at. Okay, you guys. All right, he comes over, right? Hey, what's up? What's up? Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. How's that? What's that? Oh yeah, that's good. Nah, she came in. Haha, that was good. Fucking yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's go. Yeah, that's your typical hanging with Pete. Okay.
How the fuck do you know that?
Okay, here's mine. Ready? What's up, motherfucker? What's up? Let's go. What are we doing? Fucking come on. Let's fucking monkey bread this shit. Woo!
Let's go get massages and smoke cigars.
Come on.
Pete came over to my house the other night. Was not even supposed to get out of the car. He was just dropping his son off. Next thing you know, he's in my house with his hot girlfriend ordering food to be delivered to my house. That was pretty solid.
Who's from Boston, by the way.
Okay, here's a question I am posing to you right now. Now you have to be honest. I live 10 minutes down the road. Pete lives where he lives. Bert lives in Florida somewhere too. All three of us live in Florida. Now, who do you pick? We all live there. We're there.
It's not a matter of geographical location. It's a matter
Oh, it
of
is.
time spent.
Answer the questiono. You don't think if I lived there that I'd be fucking taking a bike to your house every day? You don't think I'd be fucking on my golf cart? Wah, wah. You hear that every as soon as the show is done. Whap, whap. What's that? Babo! Babo!
Monkey bread. What's up?
Monkey bread!
It's true. I can't even get Pete to go to lunch anymore.
I mean, look at Pete is I think Pete's not even in America. He's in Colombia right now. Fucking smuggling goddamn fucking rubies and shit.
Famous.
I mean, what's in that box? Why do you keep that stupid box? What's in the box behind you, Pete? I gotta know. What?
Checks.
Well, yeah, put them in a drawer or a fucking envelope. They make a check envelope. What fucking person leaves them out there? What?
He meant Chex Mix.
Mushy.
What are you calling us on, Pete? Your computer or your phone?
I am calling you on my computer.
Can we see what's in the shop or no? Is it a laptop?
No, it's a big desktop, but there's a lot of cool stuff. How do I call you from my phone?
Just
hit the link on your phone.
Yeah, hit the link on your phone. Hang up from here and hit the link on your phone to come back in.
Can you please tell everybody what Pete is? I mean, it looks like he's trafficking Chinese massage women, but he runs an amazing luxury car business, right?
Yes. Zen Motorsports, buy, sell, trade, consign, and customize. So anything you want from a vehicle, from if you want to buy one, you want to lease one, we can broker that. We do all that kind of stuff. And then I'll show you. I'm going to take you for a little tour around the shop right now. I'm going to sign out of this and sign in on my phone.
All right, go ahead. Do that. But I just want to let you know, Mike's going to answer the question if we all live there while you're off. So it makes it easier on him.
Okay. Good.
Okay?
All right. Dave Williamson is going to join us here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Dave does a podcast called Meet Dave.
Can I have our baby back, please? Can I have the baby?
Let me hold the baby for a little bit.
No, give me the baby back. Give me the baby. Let me have baby Kelly Calta. Give me the baby. Let me. Oh, whoa. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. I know he doesn't love you the way I love you. The Kellys love you. We would never let you burn in a building. Oh, I'm going to put you right over here. Okay. There you go. Oh, okay. Right there. Just wait right there. We'll be right back. Don't put that on. You look stupid.
Is it okay to bring Pete back in?
Yeah, bring Pete back in. Here we go. Show us
Hello,
what you got,
boys.
Pete.
He's got a drop ceiling.
How do I turn the camera around?
Hit the little arrows.
Just put it. Yeah, just hit the arrow. Double tap on the screen.
How?
Tap, like
Just
this.
double
Yeah.
tap. Dum. Oh, he kicked.
He tapped himself right off. Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, there you go. Just turn the phone around and show us.
I don't have tapped arrows to do. So here, we'll go like this.
Dave is here as well.
Okay, hang on one second.
Hold on,
Mike.
let's. Man, Pete's got to walk up those stairs every day.
Oh my God, you should pick me because he's not gonna make it.
Well, the business,
Look at
I
that.
get it. If he goes down, I get the cars.
What's that? Is that out? Ooh, look at this.
Wow.
That's nice. How much for that? How much?
I
Pete.
can't hear Bobby.
How much?
How much is that?
800.
$800. I'm in. Put it
I
down.
can't hear Bobby.
I'll use my
Mike.
Dogecoin.
He said he'll pay for it in Dogecoin. All right.
There we go. Well, I mean, all right. Well, let's. that laugh didn't work. It's too late. That's beautiful. Look at that. Wow. All right. I wouldn't fit in that fucking thing.
If you bought me that for my birthday, you'd be my number one friend. Either one of you.
Who's,
Let you know
is
I'm
that
up
Tom
for
Brady? Oh, look at that. That does not look comfortable.
Oh, that looks nice.
That looks like a roller coaster seat.
It's a race seat. You're gonna go 100. There you go. That's more my speed. What do you got there?
Yeah.
That's my new
Who's
car.
that guy?
Is it your new car?
That's Tyler, the tint guy.
Is that your new car? Why
Oh, I don't
can't he
like
hear
that.
me?
I don't like that. What is that?
That's my car. It's Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah, I don't like it. It looks like a mom car.
I can't hear Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby
right.
said you look like you have a mom car. He said you look like a chubby fag. I'm just telling you what Bobby says.
I hope the FBI raids that place right now.
Why? They're not stolen. Not all of them.
Well, look at that. What is that? A Firebird? What is that? A Lexus?
Firebirds. It's a Bentley. I don't know.
Aston
Whew,
Martin.
that's nice.
That's an Aston
Aston
Martin.
Martin. Yeah, you're an ass for
That's
calling it a Bentley.
That's a BMW. With
That's
the
a
door.
That's a
Porsche.
that's a Porsche, you fucking
There's
numbskull.
another Aston Martin.
That's
I
a
don't have my
Ford.
glasses.
That's a Ford right there, right?
That's an Aston Martin.
You're an asshole.
Oh, and there's
Oh, look
my
at that.
That I want my wife to buy me for my 50th birthday.
What? You wouldn't fit in that.
Of course I would. What the fuck? How big do you think I am?
Dude, first of all, what are you going to do with that?
I'm gonna drive it fast. Pete, how much is that?
100 grand.
Yeah.
Why?
You could afford that.
Why?
69 Camaro Resto mod.
Resto
you
mod?
would-
All right.
Yeah. That means it's like 69, but it's got air conditioning.
I understand what that fucking meant. I'm not stupid. I know resto mod means restoring modifications.
Restored and modified.
All right. Well, we got a guest that's waiting to come in.
Oh, yeah,
Should
yeah.
we go to
Yes, Pete, we gotta
the-
go. Your place is beautiful. Zen
Thank
Motorsports.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, Pete. Oh, wow.
See, I'd pick you, Bob. I'd pick you.
Well, let's go, man. Let's bring this guy in. Do I know this man?
I don't know
What's
if you
up,
ever
Rob?
met Dave before. Dave, how are you, buddy?
Hey, everything's cool, man. Yeah, we did a weekend together a long, long time ago, Rob.
Was I an asshole?
No, I mean, I have a couple stories from the weekend, but they weren't of you being an asshole. No, it was a Fort Lauderdale Improv way back when, man. And then I might have seen you once or twice in New York in passing, but either way, it's been a long time.
You have stories. Did I do anything?
No, I didn't mean to make you to scare you, bro.
You're gonna ruin my marriage? What are you gonna cancel me? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, the story is that the weekend went great. Everyone was funny. We had a great time. That's the end of the story. We
No,
won't cancel anybody.
do you have anything? You can come on, bring something up. I don't care.
Well, I remember the Dolphins were playing the Patriots that weekend, and I was trying to remember the details, but I was going to see if you wanted to go because I used to always get tickets, and I was like, I know that when you're on the road, like, it's nice to go do something like that, and you're a Pats fan, right? So, so I was like, yeah, I bet, Bobby would want to go, and then you were like, oh man, I just got tickets for someone else. And I was like, I didn't want to sound like a douchebag and be like, well, my seats are probably better, and then it turns out you were like in the owner's box or something. So you were like telling me you were hanging out with Mark Wahlberg and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, those seats are better.
No, I was with Jimbo Wahlberg, who's a friend of mine, and we actually went back. I hung out with Belichick, and then I went back into the locker room and met Brady. Saw Wes Welker's fucking schmool. Got a big piece. Kid's got a kickstand, that fucking young guy. And I remember I took a photo. Brady walked out. I'm such a dumb fuck. Jimbo's like, hey, want to take the photo? And I go, yeah. And I took the photo. I'm like, everybody smile like Tom if you can. And not one laugh.
Ooh.
And then I got so nervous I didn't ask for a photo with Belichick or Brady. Either one of them.
That's always the risk, right? When you meet like your heroes or whatever, you're like, do I just play it cool or do I try to make an impression? You don't know what to do. I met Marino one time. Marino's my man. I don't know if you could see. I got my all my Marino shrine up there. But I went to a game one time with Stephen Bauer, who was in Scarface and Ray Donovan, the actor. So he was, I don't know how it happened even. He was looking for tickets, and there's all these dudes in Miami that try to kiss Star's ass, and I don't know. So he called my dad. It was like, hey, can I get 2 tickets for Stephen Bauer? And my dad's like, I guess. So Stephen Bauer's there with some girl, and then it was me and my buddy, and we're in like 10th grade or something. And so Stephen was like, cool to us. It was appreciative for the tickets. So he goes, I'm going down to the players' parking lot. You guys can come with me if you say that you're my nephews. And we were like, we could do that. So he walks us down there, walks us in. I'm like chilling out with Louis Oliver and OJ McDuffie and saying what's up. And then Marino's there. We walk over. Steven introduces me as his nephew. And I'm just like, hey, Dan, how's it going? I'm Steven's nephew. And then I couldn't say anything else. It was like the only time I was ever like really starstruck in my life. But he just played my cards different. We could be best friends now.
He's a little bit like Brady when you meet Marino. He's so good looking that it's hard to let it all sink in. You're like, there he is. He's right in front of me.
Yeah. That's what happened.
I heard Marino's a dick.
Don't dash my
seriously.
dreams.
I know a fucking comic friend of mine, Billy Martin, who grew up in Pittsburgh, where Marino's from, by the way. I know everybody thinks he's fucking Don Johnson because he was in Miami for a little while, but he's really just a Pittsburgh fucking piece of shit. Just a sandwich eating fucking steel working fucking flub of shit. And he treated people like shit in Pittsburgh. Like he was just a cocky, typical fucking asshole quarterback.
When he was a young man, he did that, you mean? Like in college?
Yeah, when he was in high school and college, all that shit. Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
that's why you want to be. That's why you want to be great, so you can treat people like shit. Those are the best things about being famous.
That's absolutely the exact fucking reason you want to be great. You want to be great so you can do good things for people. You fucking terrorist.
Yeah, new people, but fuck the old people.
Hey, now, does it suck that you're a Marino fan, and the only thing you really have to remember is like isotoner gloves? He was just that's where he made the biggest hit in his career.
Yeah, isn't that weird that like those guys, Marino with the isotoners and Tom Brady with the UGG boots? It's like so random.
Whoa, stop. 7 Super Bowls. Chill out. Listen. 10 Super Bowls, 7 wins, 7 trophies, 1 with another team, which I fucking hate, by the way. But listen, we're talking. Listen, he's got Uggs, a fucking Brazilian supermodel, a fucking smoking hot A-list actress, baby's mama. He's got good-looking kids, kissable, and he's got fucking 7 dingbats hanging behind him. Fucking what? He's got more rings than a pimp.
So you're saying that the isotoner gloves would be okay as long as he had more to show on the field for it?
Well, if he had a fucking trophy that he could use to hold with the isotoners, yes, that would be a better career. I mean, literally,
just personal
if you were in a football like museum, they would have Brady, and there'd be 7 trophies, rings, Uggs, pitches of bitches, and then Marino would have no trophies and just a signed glove, a package of isotoners.
Why didn't Marino just go to a different team? Because it wasn't him.
It
was the fucking team.
I remind myself every couple of years that it's a big reason why I still love and respect Dan Marino, because he had an opportunity to go to another team. Minnesota was pretty stacked, and he could have gone there at the end of his career, and he chose just to hang it up. And I kind of appreciate that as a fan, because, as a kid, that would have been conflicting for me, seeing Marino play for the Vikings or whatever. And I mean, who knows? It could have been great. He might have won like Brady did, but it also could have been pathetic, So I kind of appreciate the fact he said, I'm going to retire a Dolphin. It's been a good career. We'll see.
Yeah, I like that too. That's like Bird did the same shit. I like that Bird just said, I'm out, and never came back. While fucking MJ and
I like when a guy
Johnson
goes to a different team so that another city gets to have a chance to have them for a little while, and they can bring a championship to a team.
Yeah. Fuck you. I mean,
it was cool getting Shaq as a Heat fan. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
It's okay. You'll be good. It's okay. Stay right there. I'll be right there. Okay. So, I was talking to me and Calta have a baby right over here. Hi, Booba. Who's the Booba Dooba?
They asked me this morning on my show if my house is on fire and I could only save Bobby, Bert, or my best friend Pete, which one of the 3 would I save if I could only save one? And I picked Pete, and Bobby is...
Well, back up. Did you just say my best friend Pete?
Well, I had explained who Pete was to
the show's
Dave.
Literally called Number One Best Friends. It's in the theme song.
I know that's why he wouldn't know who the other friend was. Like, he'd be like, "Well, why would you save that stranger?" I had to qualify who he was.
Is Pete the lightest of the 3? Because that sounds like quite a crew to try to fireman's carry out of a fire.
Complete opposite.
He's not the lightest.
That might be one of those situations where you got to save yourself, because you try to drag any one of those dudes out and you're all going down.
Yeah, dude, he's not the lightest. Bert would have been the one if you're going by weight. Okay, if you're attaching ego, then Bert's out too. So,
plus, if I try to fireman carry Bert out, most likely his dick's going to be near my ear. I'd rather that not happen either. By the way, so I met Dave a couple of years ago when he was on tour with Bert, and they played here in Tampa, and I had not seen Dave's comedy before. And he was hilarious. He was a great comedian. And then after we got off stage, he had been cooking a brisket, had been smoking it out on a portable grill out by the bus all day. And it was, I mean, you know me, I make brisket all the time. It was the best fucking brisket I ever had in my life. Even my son still talks about it, because I had my son. Yeah, I'd be seriously. And in the beginning when I started smoking briskets, I'd send pictures to Dave to make sure I was doing it right. And now he is doing the best thing in combining the barbecue and the comedy on the road, because I'm already attracted to a comedy show. Now you mix in smoked meats, and I'm there.
What are you talking about? I don't understand. You do smoked. What's going on?
I've leaned into barbecue as a hobby the past couple of years, and I've gone really heavy on it. I got a barbecue podcast called Meet Dave, and I have a 900-pound smoker in my front yard in LA and 3 smaller smokers next to it. And I built a barbecue shack with my son during quarantine. And I've just really leaned into this hobby big time. So what Calta's talking about is I'm going to go for the next 2 months and perform in barbecue restaurants. So I'm doing like a trip cross country and back, and everyone's competing for the clubs that are opening up, and the spots are competitive right now. And I was like, screw it, man, I'll make my own venues. And started reaching out to some of my buddies who own barbecue joints. They're like, dude, let's do it. So I'm going to go do like 45 minutes to an hour of comedy, and then do like 20 to 30 minutes of a audience Q&A with me and the pitmaster, whoever's the hosting pitmaster is. And then I'm going to
let me ask you a question, dude.
Do it.
You're going to have to work clean because it's a restaurant with families?
No, because we're selling tickets. It's going to be like private event.
So at night, they're going to shut the restaurant down, or is there a separate area where they're going to just say, okay, the comedy club's over in this part?
Yeah, so it's different in every city, man, because they have different setups. So some places have private rooms. Some have like they can keep the restaurant going inside, and they can set the show up outside. Some like they're only open till 6 o'clock anyways, so they'll shut down at 6, and then we'll start the show at 7. You know, so
why
That's
What?
weird. Like there's Four Rivers Barbecue, which is a chain, but they're really popular here. They're not open on Sunday, which seems to me would be like the number one day to have barbecue. And they have a
Jesus.
huge fucking restaurant.
It's Jesus. It's Jesus.
Maybe, yeah.
No, it's Jesus. It's
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A don't open on Sunday because it's God's day. It's
I
the
know
Sabbath.
why.
You're supposed to take a day off and reflect on your fucking life. Maybe if you did that, you wouldn't fucking burn your number one best friend.
So
And you wouldn't throw our fucking baby, our little, it's okay.
You should take a whole day to reflect on all the animals you've slaughtered in the past 5 days so that you can be closed on this Sunday.
Too wordy, already out, and too many words.
Listen to me. There are some places here, and I've been to South Carolina recently and Charlotte, and they have these, like basically they almost built like it's a parking lot, and they put up some tents and some cement walls, and that's the new hotspot for barbecue. They'll put the smokers out there, and the places are always fucking packed. So I think this is a perfect combination.
Dude, you know, and like the best barbecue guys in LA are the pop-up guys, the ones who just have like their smokers on a big ass trailer and they pull up to a brewery and they have like a deal with certain breweries to be there on certain days. So yeah, barbecue is super flexible, and you know, you can do it any way you want. All you need is the food. You know.
Where are you from?
Miami. I grew up in Miami.
Where are you from now? Where you?
I live in LA, in El Segundo by LAX.
Oh no shit! You live in LA now.
Yeah.
So because the barbecue, I went to a barbecue place in LA. I think it was I don't know maybe it was soul food, but it was barbecue. I think it was barbecue. Austin Walker took me there, out in some mama's kitchen or grandmom's something.
Oh, there is a mom's place. I can't remember the name of it. There is a place called Mom something or other.
Okay, well here's a question I have for you. This Sunday, I'm having a little barbecue with some friends. Not my best
Jim
friends.
Norton. It's Jim Norton and his 12 fucking personalities.
First of all, if it was Jim Norton, I'd just make sausages and call it a day. But here's the deal. I gotta smoke some ribs. I'm breaking out my smoker again.
All right.
So I gotta I have an electric smoker. I want to make some goddamn ribs, but I want them to be killer. Talk to me. Tell me what to do.
All right, pork ribs. First thing you got to do is if they don't already have the membrane pulled off it, you pull the membrane off the back. Best way to do that is you get a butter knife, like kind of wiggle it in there, stick your finger in, and then rip it off, okay? Now, a lot of people like to season it the night before and let it go. I like to do it about an hour before I cook them because I feel like the salt draws the moisture out. People have different opinions on that. It's just how I feel. So you rub you rub some binder on them, which could be.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
A lot of barbecue people have that thing that you do. Hey, you can do what you want, but this is how I feel.
You want to know
Could
how
you
I
just
do it?
tell me the right way? Just say this
Bobby
is
needs
it.
to be told
Could
what
you?
to do.
I don't like a maybe. I like a no or a fucking yes. So
Okay.
either it draws the fucking salt out or it doesn't.
All right, I like where you're going with this. All right, I appreciate that.
Talk to me.
All right. So I'll preface it with just this one statement. Most people would use what's called a 3-2-1 method. That's the safest way to do ribs. I don't do it that way anymore. The way I do it is pull the membrane off. I use olive oil as a binder. I use my rub, which is mostly just salt and pepper. And yeah, there you go. That's pulling the membrane off. So nice. And I get very aggressive with the rub. I don't go too lightly with it.
Just salt and pepper.
Coarse salt and or coarse pepper and kosher salt. Yeah. So not like table salt, like little fine stuff. You want like a thicker salt and pepper. 50,
Yeah, the
50.
Jewish one.
Yeah. And then if you wanted to throw a little paprika in there so that it's got a reddish tinge.
I'm sorry.
you
Stop
could do
real
that.
quick. What did you call it?
Paprika.
You mean paprika?
Paprika. Have I been saying it wrong for years?
You've been saying it. It's paprika, dude. It's not
Christy,
paprika.
is that one of the words I say wrong? Paprika? Oh. All right. Learned something new about myself there. Paprika.
No. You're trying to be too exotic with it. Paprika.
Paprika.
Yeah, not paprika. It's not Puerto Rican. I think
Not
it's
Italian?
English. Go ahead. I don't know.
Put a
what it
little
is.
paprika.
All right, so coarse pepper, kosher salt, paprika.
Yep.
And then that's it.
Sprinkle both sides.
Okay.
Smoker at 225.
225. Let me write this down.
I told you all. Why don't you write it down when I told you?
Because he's a fucking professional. You're just a chubby like me.
How do you think?
And you don't pick up the phone.
Eating bad meat.
So
go ahead.
I throw it in, and then I'll let it go. Your target time total is going to be somewhere between 5 and 6 hours.
Oh.
So I don't lift the lid any more than I have to. But every 2 hours you're going to want to sneak a peek anyways. So if
real quick, I don't have a lid. I have a door. Is that the same thing as lifting the lid?
Sure, same thing.
Okay.
So I have a spritzer bottle that I put apple cider vinegar in. So if I'm going to open the door anyways, I give it a little spritz around the edges just to keep it moist, right? Don't let it dry out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's about 30 minutes to an hour before I think I'm going to pull it, I brush a little barbecue sauce on it. I don't like to sauce the ribs when they're done. I like to sauce the ribs during the cook. So then it kind of like congeals on it. You got a nice little wall of it. And that's pretty much it, man. And then I just kind of feel it out from there. I get the tongs and I kind of wiggle it. I don't like it where they're like falling apart. I don't want them like fall off the bone. I like it when there's a little bit of tug, but you do want it to be nice and moist.
Very sexual. This is so sexual.
Yeah.
I literally filled up a little bit in my sweatpants when you said a little bit of tug, and then you held both of your big Irish mitts up.
Should I get the mustache closer to the screen?
No, this is the most we've ever paid attention to the show. We're both like,
So the 3-2-1 method, though, and you could do some versions of this too. The 3-2-1 method is you put them in, you do the same thing. You put the rub on and you put them in, and then 3 hours later you take them out and wrap them in tinfoil, and you put them back in for 2 hours, and that like steams them, and then you pull it out, and then the last hour is when they have the sauce on them. I don't like doing it that way because I feel like it makes them too fall off the bone. So if I ever do it that way, I cheat it. I do it like 2.5 hours, 1.5 hours, like 30 minutes. I don't do it the full 3-2-1 because it's just mush at that point.
What about
so what do you mean you do it? Sorry, go ahead.
No, wait a minute, stop. Go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead.
Hey, so you do 3 hours in, 2 hours in the tinfoil, and then a half hour with the stuff on.
Three just in there, 2 tinfoil, and then 1 hour with just the sauce on it. But I cheat
without the tinfoil. Without the tinfoil,
yeah.
Right.
But I cheat those times a little shorter so that they don't end up all mushy.
Right. And now, is there a difference between the bottom rack and the top rack? Do I have to rotate these pieces of meat?
Totally depends on your smoker, because if there's a big difference in heat between the top and the bottom, then you're going to want to rotate them so that, the bottom rack doesn't come out way more cooked than the top rack,
Okay, well, how the fuck am I going to know the difference? Am I going to stick my how do we know that? You have a trick?
I mean, if you have a meat probe that you could put in there and test the what the temperature is at each side, you can look at send me a picture of your smoker and I'll answer all these questions for you. But it depends on where your temperature is, like on your smoker. Like my big smoker, for example, your smoker, if the racks are like this, that far apart, it's probably not going to be that big of a difference. My big smoker, the top rack and the bottom rack are like this far apart, and the gauge is in the middle. So it's telling me what the temperature is here in the smoker, but I know the heat source is down here. So it's hotter at the bottom and less hot at the top, obviously. So I gotta switch stuff for sure, because this will come way more cooked than this if I don't.
Tell them where you got your smoker, Bobby.
I got my smoker. Sean Donnelly, who's a comic, I don't know if you know him, in New York. Well, he called me up one day. He's like, "Hey, you want a smoker?" And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "I bought a smoker, and apparently I can't use it in my apartment in Queens."
Wait, how long ago was this?
A year ago.
I just did Sean's podcast, so we were talking about this, and he said he was looking for a smoker to buy, and he was asking me which one he could get, and he was asking me. That's why he was asking me some of the questions he was asking me, because he must have got busted before.
Well, dude, it's a fucking huge electric smoker. He thought he was just gonna throw it in the kitchen, and it was gonna dude, you gotta put wood in it. I mean, he thought he was just gonna put it in a 1-bedroom in Queens. Yeah. And then it was brand new. Nothing out of the box, styrofoam, still everything. I went to his house the next day and picked it up. I'm like, I go, "Where's your apartment?" I thought he had like a backyard, one of those nice New York Queens. It was a 1-bedroom, like those
people that keep their bikes in their apartment and they wheel it out to go to work. He just wheels his smoker outside from his living room.
You know what a fucking chubster you have to be to buy a meat smoker for a 1-bedroom? But he actually lost a lot of weight. He looks great now.
That's
I probably saved him because they fucking gave me that smoker. I put it all on.
You're
Now,
a hero.
now here's the thing, and talk about brisket, because brisket I find is I haven't had any luck with brisket whatsoever. I mean, it's like you might as well just walk up to a cow and bite the side of it while it's living. That's how my brisket comes out.
So the thing with brisket, man, is you got to buy it right. So a lot of times people are trying their first brisket and they go to Costco and they buy the brisket, but it's not the full packer cut brisket. They buy just the flat, which is just a portion of it. And that's the hardest part to cook because it's got the least amount of fat. It's skinny. Sometimes the butcher, he's not expecting people to buy that cut for Texas style barbecue. So they even trim the fat completely off. That's something more you would put in a slow cooker or cook for like, what is it, Easter that everyone does briskets, or St. Patty's Day or whatever. So you want a full packer cut. It's the whole one, even if it's too much meat. Buy the whole thing because it's going to cook better. And then you want to leave a nice layer of fat on the top, at least a 1/4-inch layer all the way across the top. And then you could clean most of the fat off the bottom, but you don't want to have any like cavities. So you got to leave at least some fat on the bottom. It'll render. So then I like to go slow. So if I got time, right? Because sometimes you gotta figure about an hour per pound. So if you buy a 15-pound brisket, you're probably going to cut about 2 or 3 pounds of fat off it, and then you're cooking a 12-pound brisket. You got to factor for about 12 hours on the cook. Now sometimes it might go faster. Sometimes you can get it done really fast, but you gotta at least give yourself that amount of time because sometimes it's slow.
So am I gonna have to use my scale in my bathroom to weigh my fucking brisket?
No, when you buy it, it'll say what it weighs. When you buy it, you just have to.
Yeah, but you're gonna cut the fat off. How am I gonna know? I'm gonna have to get that scale.
I mean, I have a scale that I use, but you could just guess, man. You could just guess.
All right, let me ask you. What am I gonna pinch my sides and be like, oh, that's 2 pounds? Listen, so we get the. I get the brisket. You said get a what? A whole fuck. What is that
Packer.
word?
It's packer cut.
Packer. Because my wife this is what my wife did with the brisket. The first time I got brisket, I told her, I says, my wife, she'll make chicken cacciatore with no bone chicken. She'll get like chicken breast, cut it up. I'm like, the bone is where the flavor is.
Yeah, 100%.
Chicken cacciatore, aka Hunter's stew, was made with the whole chicken or chicken thighs. So you get this, you can't make chicken. What the fuck kind of whimsical shit is this? And then she'll buy like steaks and pork chops with no fat. So the first time I bought a brisket, she cut all the fat off of it. I go, what are you doing? She goes, it was too much. I go, that's a fucking brisket. It's not a fucking, what are you doing?
Well, now, yeah, there you go. There's the flat and the point. So that point off to the right is where a lot of times people end up. And this is really the one that we're looking at right here is really trimmed already because there's a ton of fat already cut off on that point. You would want more fat than that on one that you cut. You
want that fat.
100%. You want more fat than that. Whoever trimmed this trimmed too much fat off it, in my opinion.
My fucking wife, probably. It looked like a flank steak when we were done. I was like, what are you doing?
So now the big thing is Wagyu. Everyone's into Wagyu. And the nice thing about Wagyu is when you get it, the fat isn't like a whole big glob of fat on top like that. You got to figure out how much to leave. It's only got a little bit of fat on top because the rest of the fat is marbled throughout the meat, just like a nice Wagyu steak would be, you know? So now when you cook it, that fat just like renders all through the meat, man. It's like every bite has the perfect amount of fat in it, you know? Wagyu is the jam.
Yeah, but if I'm a regular fuckface, which I am, and I'm going to go to, whatever, Acme or Stop and Shop, can I get a brisket from these places?
Yes.
A lot of grocery stores. So now you just have to be careful because some of those places are going to just sell that flat, and you can smoke just the flat, but I'm telling you, it's a much higher degree of difficulty for someone who's like a beginner. I mean, I have a hard time like getting those right the few times I've had to do them.
So I got to buy what's it called again?
Go to Costco and get a packer cut brisket.
Let me ask you a question, Dave and Bobby. I don't know about where you are, but there's a lot more of these little independent butcher shops opening up now since barbecue
Love
has
it.
become. It's been great. I mean, I got a place called Heights Meat Market near me where you can go and get the brisket, you can get the Wagyu, you can get exotic animals. They got rabbit, they got duck, they got snake in there. You know, some shit
man.
just to people to talk about. But you can really go get any meat, and you can buy a fillet from $9 to $49 depending on the quality of the meat that you want. If you go get a brisket from a place like that, you're getting a good brisket.
Yeah, I don't
appreciate that, Jax. Okay. And our guest is pretty much in shape. Okay.
Yeah.
We also have one more piece of lean meat waiting to come on.
Oh, please don't ever let him wait. Just get him in here because I don't want to hear it.
Oh boy,
It's my fault. This is my fault.
You look like Bruce Arians with AIDS.
And you look like a hornet's nest. I'm
What?
late. I don't know.
Yeah, but your microphone's not on either.
How do I do that?
I don't know. You're doing this for a year and a half.
Oh,
We've sent people to your house. Mushes talk to you. There's not much more we can do except put you in a home.
I'm not downstairs with the mic. I'm using the computer mic. Is that working?
Oh, did you get a cane with that hat?
Whoa! Look at this. It's fucking.
We're talking. No, you should listen because our friend here is a very funny comedian. Okay, Dave Williamson. He's from Florida. Thank you. From Florida originally, lives in LA now, but he really fucking picked up his hobby. This is what you should do. And now pay attention before you get whippy. He loves barbecue, leaned into barbecue. Now he has a tour that he set up where he goes in to the barbecue places and he does his show. And then he does like a barbecue thing. I'm thinking you could either go into a jewelry shop, like a ring store, a golf place, or a shitty hat store.
Sneakers.
Yeah. And do like a tour. Like shitty hat stores or, like a golf. What's that?
And it's a good idea. And maybe you can go into a fucking cemetery and visit your career. Shut your fucking mouth. You think I'm going to follow some fucking barbecue pit comic just because he's got a little fucking gimmick? He doesn't show the 7 fucking Southerners with 8 teeth. Hey, how's the barbecue? You ever notice when you're eating fucking barbecue, it's not like smoked barbecue? Whoa, God, you guys are great. Enjoy the cornbread. Fuck you and fuck him. No, thank you.
What about Mike Calta? He was in on it.
No, thank you, Mike, for lending me your car last weekend. It was great.
No problem.
And, hey, that sounds like a real good gig. Do you ever ever seen those clubs that bring their own barbecue thing outside the club where they have like a big trailer barbecue thing? You ever dream of working those parking lots in front of one of those?
Yeah, I do actually. I would love to have my own big smoker like that on a trailer that I could pull up and
think about this, Voss. It's a great idea. If he did hang on, let me finish, Red Hat. All right. Jesus Christ.
You look like the Guardian Angels in the 80s.
Oh, look at his jacket, has little red slices on it.
There he is.
They're not called slices, they're called stripes.
Oh, I hate that hat too. I hate that you're wearing your Kangos again. So, all right. So
I didn't know this. You guys were doing a fashion show fucking podcast. I just woke up. I was fucking in sleep last night. My dumb kid said, hey, you got to take me to my friend's house in the morning. I got up at 6:30 to take her at like 7:30. And she goes, oh, I'm not going now. So I fell asleep. I just woke up and I get to come on with, you, Calta, and fucking hot sauce. So I'm pretty fucking, relaxed. I just woke up.
I should come up with a name like that, huh? Hot sauce or saucy? The saucy
I'm just saying, boss.
I need a name.
This is a great
Smokey Dave Williamson.
I guarantee you a TV show soon. A barbecuing with middles. I don't fucking know.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
Listen, boss.
Hey, Hey, it's not my fault that all the theater comics are doing clubs right now and I can't get booked. All right, I got to go find venues, man.
I can't
Listen.
do clubs. What are you talking about?
Listen, can I just say what a good idea this is? Listen, put your little finger down. Put your little finger down.
If Opie and Joe Matarese had a kid, would be your guest. Go ahead. What were you saying now, Bobby?
Listen, what I'm saying is that he's set up a market for himself. We could tour the country, go to these places at night, turn this gig into the whole restaurant into a fucking comedy club. He gets the money. You get the door, right?
Oh yeah.
And
you get the door.
At that market he set up, he could buy his own beef.
Yeah, I'm probably going to eat the profits. You're probably absolutely right. I also don't know how healthy I'm going to be at the end of this run.
How many gigs you line up? Like you go from state to state? Do you line it up?
I'm going to so the first show's tomorrow night in San Diego, and I think when it's all said and done, I'll have 15 to 20 barbecue restaurant stops, but I'm also doing some stuff in between where I do like I'm going to festivals.
You won't
That's great.
You won't do a fake place like Famous Dave's. They're not real barbecue, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I won't do a chain. It's all like, mom and pop places or places with history or places where I like know the owners already through my podcast or stuff like that.
So no Tony Romo run?
Hey, Tony Romo's was the jam in Miami growing up. We used to go and get that onion loaf. That was a treat as a kid, man.
And now you're talking to two loaves. But let me tell you something. Those fucking ribs at Tony Romo's growing up was fucking off the hook.
Yeah, I think you could get a feast for like $14 too.
Now, who's your appetizer? I mean, who's your opener?
I don't have my appetizer. I like that. I think I need more of these ideas, Rich. So instead of headliner, it's the main course. I like that.
Yeah, listen to me. You do an extra 15 as dessert. Listen, I'm fucking.
I guarantee Voss is going to go, hey, Dean, dude, I can do a couple of these barbecues if you want. I guarantee it.
Well, two of the places told me that they have apprentice pitmasters who also are like open mic comics and asked me if they could open. So I was like, yeah, all right. So we'll see how that goes.
Now, what's the potential? Is there money to be made in this if you sell out these places?
I mean, the ticket sales isn't where the money is going to be made. I mean, the idea of the whole tour is just to tour right now. Some of the places have space where I could have like 300 people if the draw was there, but some of them can only have like 40 people right now safely. So I just told them I'm cool with whatever, man. I just want to do the shows. And then I just got my own rub bottled. So I'll sell the rub after his merch. So I'll probably make more money doing that than the ticket sales, honestly.
You're the second person I met who sells hot sauce or some type of barbecue thing.
Yeah, hot sauce has been a thing. Yeah, Dave Yates does an awesome job with the hot sauce. This hot sauce is good as shit. But
why doesn't he send me some of that shit?
Oh man, I'll have him send it to you, dude. It's all. I mean, I don't even like hot sauce, and I eat that shit on everything. But the rub, I think that I haven't heard anyone else doing it, but I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's out there for sure.
No,
are you gonna send me some rub?
Yeah, I'll send you some, man, for sure.
I wasn't very enthusiastic. That was more like I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'd rather send Calta some. Yeah. I mean, maybe
I'll send everyone rub. All right, enthusiastically.
Do you have rub, or do you have like only 4 of them made? Are you made? Like, I don't want to take your third last rub.
I have a pallet showing up any minute. It's coming today. Actually, UPS is sending it today. So I'm waiting.
If it comes, will you go get it? I want to see what the rub looks like. You have a pallet of rub?
Excited. Yeah, a pallet of rub showing up.
Do you have a house?
I do. Yeah, I have a small house
in LA. Really?
Yeah.
So your girlfriend makes money.
Yeah. Well, my wife has a job, but she doesn't. I don't know if I would put it that way.
How long have you been in LA?
8 years. So when I moved here from Florida in 2012, I left Miami in 2012 in a 25-foot travel trailer with my wife and kids. They were like 2 and 4 years old at the time. And we ended up touring for a year and a half. We were supposed to only tour for 3 months together and then get to LA and then find a place to live. And we were having a blast doing it, and it was working really well. My kids were young enough that they weren't like in soccer yet and shit. So we ended up touring in this travel trailer for a year and a half. So I left Florida in 2012, but I've lived in LA since 2013.
Wait, is your wife a comic too?
No, far from it. She's a teacher. She's actually a homeschool teacher. She teaches like other kids homeschooling.
Oh, cool.
Now, do you have to do barbecue jokes while you're there? You can be like, hey, sometimes that sauce can be a little spicy, right? It's like my marriage. I mean, my wife, I call her barbecue sauce because she's spicy too. Woo! Guys, see you after the show. Grab some of my rub. Woo!
Hey, man, don't you hate it when your brisket hits that stall and you're just waiting and you got to have patience? It's like being 40, right, guys?
Dude, Dave's funny, man.
I don't really have any barbecue jokes in my act, but I think that from this tour, I mean, I have some throwaway lines or whatever, like that I riffed on, but I don't have any like material. But I have a feeling at the end of this tour, I'm sure I'll end up with some barbecue community oriented material. It's just inevitable,
Last night I was with a girl so big, I almost put her in my smoker. Where are we going? Woo!
Speaking of pigs,
how are you blocked arteries doing?
Man, I went last year. So many people tell me they're like, oh, they see my Instagram post. They're like, I'm really worried about your health. I'm really worried about your health. And I'm like, well, I eat salads and fruit too. I just don't post those. No one wants to fucking see my salad on Instagram.
Yeah, they're worried about your health because you were on the road for so long.
Yeah, that didn't help. That's for sure.
I like to get my salad eaten.
So I went last year because it started messing with my mind, and I was like, yeah, my heart does feel kind of messed up. So I went and did like a whole workup, right? And the doctors was like, man, you're super healthy. Everything's great. So I'm back on the meat.
Good.
A stress test on the treadmill.
Yep, I did that thing, and I did the CT scans and all that shit.
So let me ask you a question here. So we get a brisket, we trim a little bit of the fat off. I go and I get a Costco Packer. What is it called again? Packer's cut.
And you put Dave's rub on it.
A Packer's cut. I'm going to get your rub, put that all over the fucking thing. Keep the fat on the tip, right?
Yeah.
But now, how do you tell what the bottom and what the top is?
You'll know the top has like the fat all over it. The fat covers every portion of the top. The bottom just has like chunks of fat. So
I want to cut some off the bottom, right?
Yeah, and some people actually cook it fat side down. Some people cook it fat side up. I like to cook it fat side up because I want that fat to like render and melt into the meat. I don't want it to just melt into my smoker,
Yeah.
So when you say top and bottom, that gets a little tricky depending on who you're talking to. But it's fat side and the not fat side, basically.
So fat side up, keep the fat on, don't trim it all off, and then put all your shit on it, pack it in real good, right?
Yeah.
And then do I spray it with some vinegar apple cider?
Yep. So you throw it
half and half?
Yeah, half and half what?
No, you could just
don't use half and half on it. No,
I'm talking about vinegar apple cider.
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar
with some apple juice too, right?
You could do apple juice. You can mix it together. You could use water. You could use anything that you. We were on the bus one time and I ran out of everything and I had to use whiskey to spray it with. You could use anything really. Just depends what kind of flavor you want.
What if I just had my friend talk on it?
If he's got a list, go for it.
Oh, you'll see the specs in a couple minutes. Hey, Dave, did you ever watch Aaron Jacobson's masterclass or any of that stuff?
Aaron Franklin? Yeah.
Sorry,
it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, but he uses just salt and pepper too.
Here's the thing with Aaron Franklin is like he's like the Michael Jordan, Right. So his content's awesome. I watched a ton of his content and read his book, and I love it. But if you're like brand new, it's hard to understand because there's certain things that you could tell he just knows, and so he's not very technical. He's like, you let it go for 2 or 3 hours, Well, if you don't know what it's supposed to look like after 2 or 3 hours, then it's not gonna. Yeah, there's Aaron. And so he's like, yeah, you see how it wiggles? It's good to go. When you're first starting out, you need someone to tell you, like, put it in for 2 hours. 225 degrees, it's like Michael Jordan, like just put the ball in the basket, and everyone's like, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do my brisket. I'm doing 225 for if 8-pound brisket. I'm doing 8 hours, 225. I'm gonna let it go for 6 hours. I'm going to let it go for 5 hours. Take it out, wrap it in tinfoil.
So brisket's all about the internal temperature. So the brisket, you want to put it in, let it go until the internal temp gets to be about 160, 170. Once you get to somewhere around there, 160, 170, you can pull it out and either wrap it in tinfoil, or if you have butcher paper, that's kind of better for brisket. You wrap it in butcher paper. And then you put it back in, and now it's going to hit what's called a stall somewhere in there too. So you're going to get to 160 or 170 or 180, and it's going to be like faster than you think, but you're going to get to right around there. And there's something called a stall where it just sits at that temperature for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then once it gets through the stall, it'll carry up to temp. When you get up to about 203 is the number everyone likes to use. So internal temperature of 203, then you pull it out. And now the most important part is letting it rest. If you've got a couple hours to let it just sit and rest and cool down, but not all the way down to it's cold, obviously, just to let those juices reabsorb into the meat, then that's going to be a key component to letting it be like real fall apart in your mouth.
Mike told me to put it into a cooler for an hour.
So you can put it in a cooler. That's a good trip. But the one thing you got to be careful of putting it in a cooler is, since it's insulated, it gets really hot in there, so it'll continue to cook. So if you pull it at 203 and you put it in the cooler and it sits in there for an hour, then the brisket might carry up to 205, 206, you know? So if you're going to put it in the cooler, pull it at like 199, 200, then put it in the cooler. It'll probably carry up a few degrees, and then it'll just rest.
And he told me the wrong temperature too. He told me to pull it at 180.
180 is a little early.
Yeah, when I was doing turkey and I would pull out, I would spray all over the turkey's back. And I would roll over and have a cigarette, and then go to bed.
You look like an old race car driver.
You could do meat humor.
What are you? Are you sharpening a knife while we're talking to you?
Yes,
please. I hope it's for your wrists.
I'm going to cut my throat.
I hope so. I'd love for you to take your life right now. And then this whole barbecue tour sells out.
That'd be great.
Here's how I think in comedy. Anything that works, you go for it. That's my fucking opinion. If you're gonna sell out barbecue fucking places, do it. All this does is lead into a TV show. That's all it does.
Even that.
No, that's different. That was after the show.
What is that?
I was working a club and some comic was selling candy bars after his show.
What? Killabrew Crunch.
He called me up. I said, "Please get me one. I need this in my life."
Listen, I got to run. Good luck. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Hey, Rich. Real quick, I'm sorry, man. I know you play a lot of golf. You ever get golfer's elbow, dude? I got it a couple months ago, and it won't go away, and it's killing me, dude.
Put some of the rub on it.
I was playing I played yesterday, and I blew the last hole. I shot 84 yesterday, and I fucked up the last hole. I get it in the elbow once in a while. A little pain in the elbow. Where do you play? You're in LA, so where do you go? You don't go over to the Rose Bowl, do you?
I don't know if I've ever played a Rose Bowl, but I'll go inland to play sometimes with the guys who live over there. But usually just here on the west side, there's a little course called Penmar in Santa Monica that a bunch of comics play at. I got the lakes right by my house. There's a really good little par 3 that they're turning into a Topgolf. And they're keeping the course, though, and they're going to put lights up so we can play at night now, which is going to be cool.
Great.
Yeah, but I usually mostly play on the road.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm leaving tomorrow for Kansas City, Missouri. Some guy said I played Saturday. I was in Tampa, and that fucking guy Bobby that I did a TV thing with interview. He's a new comic, open micer. So I say to him,
Danny New.
Yeah, I go, do you play golf? I say, do you play? He goes, yeah. I go, can you set up while I'm in town? Because I didn't have, So he sets up. Get this, Saturday. I'm on the road. I'm looking forward to playing. Mike got me Friday on TPC, which was great. Then I was playing this real nice course on Saturday, West Chase, that this kid set up, and he was 3 balls off the tee, 15 shots a hole. It ruined my fucking day. Can you give me some comedy tips? Yeah, 3 lessons. Stink. He fucking ruined. It's like me saying to Calta, hey, yeah, when you guys are playing in a bar, let me come up and I'll play bass. I'll play bass alongside, and never picked up a bass in my fucking life. And the comic, Mike goes, I go, have you played? He goes, yeah, not much. He goes, but who's going to pass up a chance to play with Rich Foss on the road? I go, pretty much everybody, but you.
I passed it up on Friday.
Bobby played with me in Vegas. Shut up.
How good was I?
You were good. He had a birdie. Bobby had a fucking birdie on a par 5. It was a fucking anyhow. So it ruined. One day, listen, you never know. Maybe you'll be in town doing comedy at a barbecue place, and I'll be in town doing comedy outside of landscaping us. Four
Seasons Landscaping.
Yeah, and
Lowe's.
then Lowe's, and we'll meet up. And listen, I gotta go pick up my daughter.
All right. Look forward to it.
Mike, what's that place in Florida you're gonna get me into? Bobby, he said he's gonna get me into some place in Florida. I forget the name of the town.
Visani.
Did you work there, Bobby?
I'm working there in July.
I want to go in October. I mean, in January, February, Florida. But
you want to go where?
To Florida in January or February. I had a great time. Side Splitters was fucking great.
Visani down in Port Charlotte. You're talking about?
He's such a dick. He's such a dick.
He just ejected ejector seat.
No, I did that. I removed him.
Oh, you did?
I removed him.
Can I tell you what? I've been saving it to tell you about the best move that the best old man move he made while he was here. So when he came into town, I had an extra car. I let him use one of my cars, and he came. I said on Sunday, come pick me up. I'll take you to the airport, and I'll just get my car back that way. So he's like, "You sure? It's early." I'm like, "It's not early. I get up at 5 every day." So he picks me up at around 10:30, and we start driving. And he starts asking me about where places are. And I go, well, there's one place over there. It's in Newport Richie. It's about a half hour. He goes, it's about a half hour? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, you'd have enough gas to drive there because I filled up your tank. He wanted me to know that he filled up the tank so much. He had to find a
wedge it into the conversation.
Yeah, he had to wedge it in the conversation.
What was the deal with when I was in the waiting room? What was the deal with the guy giving the tour of all the nice cars and looked like inside someone's apartment?
That's
Mike's number 2 best friend.
Yeah. He owns a boutique car dealership where he sells Ferraris to hockey players.
I got you. It reminded me. I grew up in the car business down in Miami, and
really?
And it reminded me because I was trying to tell what the facility was because it was like indoors, but it didn't look like a dealership. But it reminded me of when the hurricanes were coming, and we would have to all freak out because a hurricane was coming, and we'd see how many cars we could wedge inside. So it was like you had like the coffee machine in the coffee bar area, and then like a car like 3 inches away from it, basically, you know? It was like playing Tetris to get as many inside as we could. And then the fucking hurricane wouldn't hit. And so then we'd have to just spend a whole day moving the cars back out. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were happy, but at least if a hurricane hit, we'd make money in the service department.
Those cars were legally bought too. All the cars you saw in that video was stolen. There's somebody else's car. That's
I noticed he didn't
the
show
word
any
modify.
He didn't show any VIN numbers or license plates for some reason.
Yeah, of course
Dave,
not. Because that's because Vin Diesel got all those cars for him.
Were you in Miami for Andrew?
I was, man. Yeah, I was in ninth grade, I think. I was, do you know where the Falls Shopping Center is?
Yeah.
So we lived on a lake right by the falls, and our house like faced the right direction. So we did all right from the wind. The houses across the lake from us, though, the wind came down over the lake and then up into their backyard where everyone had sliding glass doors and nobody had hurricane resistant glass then. So our house would have been fine, except for the fact that our neighbor's house, piece of roof peeled off it, and then it torpedoed through our roof. So we had a big hole coming through the middle of our house. In the room, the dining room had no windows. So we put all of our supplies and stuff in there. My grandmothers were both over, all the fucking dogs. So like 2 or 3 in the morning, my dad comes in and he's like, wake up, it's here. You know, and so I wake up and I walk out in the dining room and I'm like half asleep. And literally 2 seconds later is when that thing speared our roof and then water just poured in our house. So now we're in my parents' room with my grandmothers And my mom, like a week earlier, had just gotten all new carpet and new furniture and everything. And so as we're getting ready for the hurricane, she's like, take your shoes off. Be careful. New carpet. During the hurricane, my mom had the chainsaw cutting up her coffee table so we can batten up the shit from the inside, you know? And the craziest things is like because of the pressure, the dogs just sleep. So it's all this chaos. With the wind howling through our attic, it sounded like a freight train going through our house, and the dogs are just snoring in the corner. My grandma's
my dog too slept through most of it. Yeah,
it's crazy, man. And then the other crazy thing was, the attic. It's like got a door that's not really attached. It's just like a piece of plywood that's there, so you just like move it over when you go up in the attic. Well, the wind would it was like the house was breathing. It would go like whoop. And it would just be like up in the air, and then it would go shaboom, and it would fall perfectly in place again. And it just did that for like hours. I'm like, it literally was like the house was wheezing, you know?
We boarded up the windows, and the only thing you could see, we'd see like green lightning, and we're like, what the fuck is that? And it was those giant transformers getting fucking exploding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was some of the craziest shit I've ever seen, man.
It was bonkers, man. We not to sound like a snob here, but I had a tennis court at my house too growing up, and we had these like big lights, so we could play at night. And those things were like
stop.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone into that, huh? I should have stopped and I lived on a lake.
You had a what on your property?
In Miami too.
Yeah, Miami. It was kind of common down there. You have a pool and
it's common to have a fucking tennis court. Let me tell you something, okay? All right. Fucking whatever with your fucking tennis court. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now I know why you take this hobby. You got all this. What, you got a trust fund? What's going on with you?
I wish, man. I gave I left what should have been a pretty comfortable life to come tell jokes for a living for some reason.
What does your father do?
Nothing now, but he was in the car business.
And your mother?
Nothing. She was in the car business too.
You had money. So you guys, you were like well off. You were like Daniel's son and his wife.
That's tickets to see the Dolphins, and we had a tennis court. Yeah, I had a jet ski also. Pool?
Oh, gee, you're fucking. What's up with all these Florida fucking kids? Bert, all you guys come from money. People don't know that you come from money.
Not this kid.
But your kids are gonna come. Your kids are what he and Bert are. They're going to come from money. You don't think your kids are going to be like, yeah, we had a golf cart. Doesn't everybody have a golf cart? Doesn't? Oh, you guys walked to your friend's house as kids? Oh, no, we just jumped in the golf cart. Oh, we had our dad take out the spritzer and drive us down.
You're going to be so when you're here now, the next time you come, I have an outdoor kitchen built, and now there's 4 TVs just on the lanai.
Nice.
Lanai. Say lanai again. I'm going to fucking choke you with the lay.
Well, the chain stopped with me because my kids still sleep in bunk beds and they're teenagers, and my family of 4 shares one bathroom in El Segundo, California. So I don't know if that makes you feel better or not, Bobby. But
no, I'm kidding, dude. Okay, just the tennis court. I don't want to sound too ritzy.
That's why I prefaced it.
To finish the story, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt your story, but it really bothered me that you threw in tennis court like Rich has to let you know he paid for the fucking gas. But go ahead.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
So
but those things were like bombs. So it was like what you were talking about, Calta, where it was like you heard like one go boom, and then we thought about it. We go, oh fuck, we didn't even think about how unsafe those things are. And there's 2, 4, 6, there's 8 of them. So you're hearing them crash, and you're just waiting. You're counting. It's like when you're in a gunfight and you hear like the guns go. You're counting the bullets to see how many is left. And so then we go out, and they were all gone. But we could only find like 3 of them, which means the other ones were like God knows where, man. Got taken away,
That's crazy,
oh,
dude.
Shit! Fuck! Shit!
Oh, did you drop the baby? Is that the baby?
Fucking cocksucker! Motherfucker! God damn it!
The poor baby.
They're very durable, bro.
Damn it!
Are you all right? What happened?
Fuck! Suck it! Oh, fuck.
This is how we end every show.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Dave, plug the tour and the website and all that.
Gotta put the fucking coffee.
Dude, him and Voss are the 2 best old uncles I've ever had.
Oh, shit.
All right, at Dave W Comedy on Instagram. You can see tickets on my website and in the schedule. DaveWilliamsonComedy.com. I also have my rub for sale on my website at DaveWilliamsonComedy.com. I'm gonna send Bobby an extra one. He's gonna get 2 free ones because I feel bad he's going through this hard time right now.
We'll soak up the coffee that I think he spilled.
San Diego tomorrow night, and then I go to Fort Worth, Memphis, Boston, Cleveland. About to add Augusta, Charlotte, Atlanta, Birmingham.
You're starting to head south. Let me know.
I know, dude, man. I don't think I can make Tampa happen, bro. It's so far down from the other place. If I can't make it happen this trip, I'd rather come back and do like a whole Florida run.
I'll tell you one thing you do need to hook up with the guys down here. There's a big green egg event that happens. It probably happens in a lot of places, but they have the big green eggs. It's a big barbecue competition, but there's thousands of people that show up for the thing, and then they sell all the eggs at the end.
Hey, Bobby,
hello.
I still keep really good touch with my housekeeper when I was growing up. If you want me to have her called in and give you some tips on cleaning that up.
Consuelo.
Dave. What do you
my nanny
do you babysit for her? I just fucking dawn. I asked her for an iced coffee. I said I would like an iced coffee, not too dark, not too light, from Dunkin' Donuts around 3 hours ago. So in the middle of this, she came in, got me a hot coffee, and put it, didn't just put it wherever the fuck she could put it. You know what I mean? And she just happened to put it like, I bought a coffee cup that doesn't tip. It's in the house. I bought it. So you touch it, it doesn't tip. She puts this fucking, Dunkin' Donuts thing right on the edge. So I turn, I hit this, I hit that. This goes fucking everywhere, all over everything. I am furious right now. I don't like spills. I will sell this shed before I clean that up. I will fucking never do a podcast again. I will get a job at a fucking restaurant waiting tables before I clean this spill up. It's not happening. I ain't doing it. I don't like spills. They freak me out. I will walk away from this spill.
Well, here's a good trivia question. Who was the last guest on the Calta and Kelly podcast?
Rich Voss.
No, Dave Williamson.
Dave Williamson, last one ever before Bobby spilled his coffee and quit forever.
Right.
I'll take it.
Well, listen, Dave, it was great to see you. It was great to talk to you again. I'm sorry. Your face is so generic. It does not ring a bell with me. I mean, you look like every guy I've ever met ever.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
But I will never forget you now. I hope that someday that you'll do a gig. Maybe you'll book a big festival and you'll hire me and Voss and Mike to come down, and we'll get some free barbecue, make some money, and do some shit. Why don't you do that? Why don't you get a big venue, like 1,000 people? We'll come out. We'll do some dirty jokes. We'll tell some dirty barbecue. Call it dirty on dirty. Dirty barbecue and a dirty jokes. Haba hooba haba.
I did go to, my buddy was cooking for this festival, right? He goes, hey, man, I'll leave you tickets. You could come check it out. It was called the Dirty Bird Barbecue Festival.
Right.
So I'm like, dude, that sounds awesome, right? So he leaves me tickets. I show up with me and another 40-year-old comedian. We get there. And it was a music festival. The house, like the lasers, and they're doing Molly and shit. But it was just called Barbecue Festival. Like that was the kitschy name for it. And he was one of the vendors. Just like they had one barbecue vendor to kind of stay in the theme, but it wasn't a barbecue. I was all fucking excited to go there with a bunch of and there was all these 20-year-old kids doing Molly, and I'm like, what is this fucking event you lured me out to, man? Like I felt like an undercover cop walking around there. I felt like a dad who was looking for his daughter. Like I told her not to come here. But definitely, hey Bobby, when you're coming to LA, man, give me a heads up and I'll invite you over and cook for you. All right.
I'll definitely do that. I'm coming to LA. I got to go to LA. Not this weekend, next weekend. I got to go to LA to pitch something. So I will. I'll be out there Sunday.
Do you need me? Do you need me for this meeting?
What?
Do you need me for the meeting?
No, I would no, I don't want you to play with your number 3 friend. It's cool.
Well, I'm gonna pitch something over here while you're pitching over there.
Stop.
I'm gonna go pitch.
Why don't you go to your number 1 best friend and ask him if he can pitch something?
You don't think he's got famous Hollywood people buying Ferraris from him? I'm
Who?
gonna pitch at his place.
Yeah, go pitch. Go pitch.
Good.
Pitcher.
I'm like Goose Gossage of pitching.
But I'll hit you up. I'll get your email from a number from Mush, and I would love to come over.
Cool.
I'm actually going to where the fuck am I going? Up. I don't know. I'm going up somewhere up above LA over to the left. Up the 405 and then that way up.
Yeah, like Santa Clarita or something like that. Like up
some
past
shit
Malibu.
like that, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what are we going to see?
Come over for barbecue and bring your tennis racket.
What are you going to see?
Huh? I'm going to go see my wife about fucking putting this. Oh, that was good coffee too. I spilled the whole thing.
Dave, I'll see you next month when I come. I got a pitch meeting the next month.
All right,
will you shut this?
You're always welcome, buddy.
Pete and I are doing a thing. It's called Two Best Friends Go Eat. You'll see. You'll watch. It'll be on the Food Network.
Yeah. I'll tell you how it ends.
Arteriosclerosis.
Yeah, one of them doesn't make it back. Yeah, one of them grabs his chest at Malibu Beach and just fucking the other one rolls him back into the ocean.
Now that's a good show idea. 2 friends just trying to see who can eat themselves into a heart attack first. That's
it's called Lose a Foot.
The race to gout.
I will make sure you guys I need you guys to do this. I want you guys right now, subscribe, like, and comment. If you're watching this, make sure you hit this on YouTube. Just hit the button, like it, comment. But we need subscribers. Anybody watching this, if you're not subscribing, I put a hex on you. Jinx. I put voodoo on you. Bad things going to happen. So now the only way to undo that jinx is by hitting the subscribe button right there. It's right over there. Okay. Hit the subscribe button. And patreon.com/Robert Kelly. You can watch these shows live, unedited, as they happen. Be in the chat and be one of the ladybugs. And we want you to make sure you please go and check out Dave Williamson's website. Where you Mush is going to bring it up. What is your website? Where can they find this tour?
DaveWilliamsonComedy.com or follow me on Instagram at DaveWComedy. And I also have my rub for sale on my website. All the tour dates, will be adding more soon. And gonna have also a campaign launching during the tour where you can win a smoker. You could win like some packs of meat and stuff like that. So I'll be promoting that as soon as I post it as well.
Awesome, man. Oh, that's great. And make sure, a very funny guy, I would imagine, if he was on my show. He was funny. And I'm going to give you a buzz, so maybe we hook up while I'm out there pitching.
Love it, man. Can't wait.
And make sure you check out Mike Calta, of course, every morning on the best morning show on the planet. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a shit. I stand by it. Mike Calta. Tomorrow we'll be back at what time, Mush? What time, Mike?
What's good for you tomorrow?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out after the show. Anyways, ladybugs hate that we do that, by the way. Anyways, make sure you check out my dates. I will be at
You're gonna be in Albany soon. You're gonna be in East Brunswick in the East Brunswick Mall.
I don't know what the dates are.
July 29th, Visani in Port Charlotte. There's Bay 15, East Brunswick,
Auburn, Alabama.
I know it.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Auburn. I've never been there. I'm kind of nervous. I know it's gonna be a fucking shit fest. What the fuck you doing? Come on now.
So I went to college at Auburn, and this is Byron's Smokehouse. This is the place that I ate barbecue at 4 out of 5 days a week in between classes. I was always at Byron's, and that was one of my early influences to fall in love with barbecue.
Is that near me?
Yeah, it'll be close to where you're at. Go in and get a chip chopped and a sliced sandwich, man.
You gonna get me killed?
Nah, man.
The chip.
No, you just go together. It's just little tiny pork sandwiches, man. They're awesome. You could eat 3 of them.
I'm so
easily.
fucking hungry right now. I got to end the show. You're killing me. I'm starving. I've been hungry for 45 minutes thinking of brisket and fucking ribs. Now you got me thinking of a chip chop. I don't know what a chip chop is.
Then I did my job.
Check out Bobby in Albany on just 25th and 26th, and Napanock, New York at the Paper Mill on June 12th, and then down here in Port Charlotte at Vasani Comedy Theater on July 29th with America's favorite chubby morning show guy. And then we'll be doing a little comedy, a little rock and roll band, the whole thing. We're in full action.
Yeah, so make sure you check out Mike V. Suarez on all things. Check out where he's going to be. And also, I want to thank you guys for joining in. All the ladybugs. You guys are fucking great. Today you came in. And if you're a ladybug, if you're watching this, if you're a fan of the show, you need to go to comicwearables.com right now and get yourself a Calta and Kelly official Calta and Kelly shirt. I'm still wearing mine. Look at this fucker. I'm wearing it from yesterday. That's right. I didn't shower. Mike's got his. We got the small logo up in the if you don't want to be so big, you got the small one up there on the left tit. Make sure you go there. We got the JOP party coming up soon where you have to have your Mike Calta and Kelly logo shirt to be on it. All right. So there you go. That's us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We got to think of a saying. I'm gonna come up with a new saying every week. You tell me when we get it. All right. So guys, that's the show. That's us. You're you. Let's be us together. See you tomorrow.
No,
that's not it. All right. We'll try again tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.